Sister Frankie Rowley. This woman is awesome. If you don't know Sister Frankie Rowley, this is an awesome pastor's wife. This is an awesome mom. She's an unbelievable cook. Woo! And to put up with Jerry Rowley, you got to be awesome. But if you've ever been to the Rock Church of Laurel, you will see a hard-working woman who loves the people that she pastors. And I have the privilege of working with her and Brother Rowley every year in Roatan. And let me just tell you, when she gets to Roatan, she goes native. She just dives in. And many years ago, we were in the little village of Crawfish Rock. And there was a little child, I don't remember how old, 2 or 3 at the time, that was suffering from a raging fever. And you got to understand, Crawfish Rock it's not like, it's like a 2-mile drive over a mountain through ruts. And you can't even imagine how hard it is to get there. There's no doctors, there's no store, there's barely even electricity in part of the village. And it's not like you can go to a doctor and then you don't have any money even to take care of her. Sister Rowley took that little sick baby in her arms and she began to pray. And while she was praying, God instantly healed that little child. She loves people. Ministry, and I know she's mad at me, but she'll forgive me. Just testify. We love you, Sister Frankie.
I'm not good at this at home, much less here. But I do love God. I love the work of God. And I just want to do everything that I can do for Him. I love this church and all the family. Thank you.
Amen. This is my mama, in case you're new. And today's her birthday. I love my mama. You may be seated. I want to talk to you parents. I know we think we're busy, and I'm not belittling that. But we're not too busy to do the work of the kingdom. And let me just tell you, if you're not involving your family in the kingdom of God and you're a child of God, you're making a drastic mistake. So I'm too busy. Let me tell you about this woman. This woman taught me how to play basketball. She did. She could kill me on horse. She was awesome. She was literally on the organ the night that I was born. We didn't have organs. Piano? Was it piano? She was on the piano. I got to get my lines straight here. LaGrange, Georgia. She got off the piano, and a lady came in the back door and said, "Brother Young, you're going to have to quit preaching." He said, "Why?" He said, "Because your wife's having a baby right now." And that's the way I entered the world. And my mom and dad took us to church. We were there early. We were there late. I had homework just like your kids. I had to get them to school just like your kids. And if it was going to be a late night, my mom brought a blanket and a pillow. And if we had homework and they had to be at the church early, we brought homework. But we didn't miss church. And we didn't cut out early to go home because of the kids. Am I preaching or not? And it didn't affect me. Oh, I had some miserable moments at school. I had some tough nights and some early mornings and cried all the way to school. But I graduated, went to college. It didn't affect me. I didn't have a television in the home. Amen? I had parents in my home, not a TV to babysit me. And my mom took me to Boy Scouts and guitar lessons and piano lessons and drum lessons and trumpet lessons. And youth service and children's church and youth camp and camp meeting, general conference. And we didn't miss church. We even went on vacation. My mom would hide my dad's dress clothes so we wouldn't go to church. He'd go buy new ones. Some of y'all look for the least excuse to keep your kids home. Can't pray around the altar because you got to get them to school tomorrow. Shame on you. It'd be better they fail that little class in kindergarten than miss out on the move of the Holy Ghost. So, Mom, on your birthday, happy birthday. Amen. Brother Rowley, I love you. This is, you don't just have anybody on these nights, because if you can't deliver the mail, you may as well get up and quit, because everybody's discombobulated. But Brother Rowley is a friend of this church. Y'all know Brother Rowley? He's become a dear friend of many of you. I love having a church that has relationships with ministry. I don't see this as a threat. There's some churches, they don't want the saints to meet the preachers. They don't want saints becoming leaders. That's not the way it is around here. We believe every member's a minister. We believe in the priesthood of the believer. And we also believe that we need other ministry to come in here. When Brother Betts comes in here in a couple of weeks, we need that ministry. We need the work of an evangelist. And we need the work of this man of God. And I don't know what he's got for us tonight, but I want to open up my heart to receive whatever God's got for us. Brother Rowley, we love you. From Laurel, Mississippi, Pastor Jerry Rowley.
Thank you, Brother Young. Praise the Lord, everybody. Well, I started to stand up with the leadership assembly earlier. I'm on a regular routine around here. I've been in out here probably more than anywhere else in the world, except for my home church. And I love every minute of it. I enjoy it. It's not a chore. It's not difficult to know that I get to come out here and be with you folks. And it is a tremendous blessing. And I feel like I leave blessed and encouraged. And if you feel as encouraged as I do after we are here, then you will be encouraged and it will be good. This will be my last time to be here until next month. I'll be back in November. But I want to say how thankful I am for my pastor. He and I were just talking about how long I've been coming to the Rock Church. And, time don't mean anything when you have as much fun as we've had. And we cried together, we've laughed together, we've traveled together, we've done just all kinds of things together. And I'm just gonna, I feel totally different tonight. Brother Young talked about if I could come into these situations. I don't know that I have ever been in a more unique situation than I was Sunday night. I mean, how do you follow a rock star? I don't know. He's rock bigger and all I know. But it was. You guys always respond, and I'm amazed. But I don't know, somewhere around 10 years ago or so, we came here with very little grasp of understanding of what was about to take place in our life. There have been a lot of change and things happening in our world. My wife and my family and I were very unsure about our future. We felt like we didn't belong anywhere. We just felt so. We had a desire to do something for God beyond what we were doing in our local church. We were attempting to have revival, and we were doing the best we could with what we had, what we knew, what we understood. Great people, but we were so limited in our understanding of what to do and how to do it. But when we came here, and I made contact with Bishop Wilson and Sister Wilson, Brother and Sister Young, the entire Wilson Young family. It launched my wife, myself, my family into a complete different level of ministry. Brother Young says he knows me for making the statement trying to encourage people to be world changers. But you know where I got that from? Got it from right over there. And when Bishop talks about being world class, in every case, how many have ever heard him say it? How many times have you heard him say it? He pushes you for that. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit, but first let me say again, I am where I am. I'm like the turtle on the fence post. If you ever see a turtle on a fence post, you know he had help getting there. So whatever I'm able to accomplish, it's because I've had tremendous help, and it's come from the same leadership that you folks have had. Don't you love and appreciate the leadership of this local church? It is really world class. I've had the privilege of traveling a lot of places and around the world, been in contact with a lot of different leaderships and different functions, and there is none better than what you have right here. It is the most well-rounded, it is the most balanced, it is the most passionate and complete leadership that I know. I don't know of a better leadership group anywhere in the world. And I'm not saying that because I've been coming for 10 years and they've had me again and again and again. So I'm not fishing for compliments past the back. This is I'm not patronizing them at all. This is just the way it is. And you know that, and I know you know that. But this is what I want to talk about just for a little bit tonight. I want to talk about you. This church is undoubtedly one of the very best churches in the universe. Amen. Give yourself a hand, it's all right. Now, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move forward. Nobody can be without people helping and working and developing. You gotta have leadership. But I'm gonna tell you what, if a leader is out there and he's got no followers, he's just taking a walk. You've all heard that. And as dynamic as this leadership team is, if there wasn't incredibly great people like we're sitting on these pews and folding chairs and in the risers and working through all the difficulties, etc., nobody would pay attention to what they had to say. But you folks make it all really worthwhile. And I love the Rock Church. You guys are amazing. And I want to talk just a little bit about my experience. And tonight I heard Brother Travis and I heard others were talking to our pastor, and we're being pushed constantly to improve, to do better, to do more. And let me give you from an outsider's perspective of what it's like coming into this church for the first time. When my wife and I first came, I don't know that I really got it the first time that we came, but probably the second time that I came, we were able to, we come with other people, and we didn't get, I don't guess you could say the full experience, but when we came back as guests of the Wilsons and the Youngs, and we were able to see everything as it really is. And I know it's tremendous work and stress and energy and effort and finances that you folks give repeatedly over and over and over again. But let me tell you what you're doing. You are paving the way for other churches, not just in America, but around the world, to reach a high level of achievement. Somebody's got to set the mark. Somebody's got to make it possible. Somebody's got to go there first. And this church does that repeatedly. You do things that nobody else does. And then, we hear about it later, and, people are doing this, they're doing that. And I'm close enough with the family now, and we see it emulated, we see things happen, and it's happening. And we did that 5 years ago. We started this, we done that. That's where you are. You are leaders. You are on the cutting edge of what an apostolic church is supposed to be. Your focus is not just in and around your own world, but your focus is truly global. You are interested not only in domestic mission, you're interested in global mission. Yeah. Amen. And if you're not interested in domestic and global mission, you're not interested in the mission of God. That's the whole point. Amen. And in Philippians chapter 1, I'm not going to take very long tonight. I don't want to get the secretary in trouble, but they already gave me my check, so I'm tempted to just dismiss you and let you go home because you've been working hard. I'm sorry, Heather. She knew better than to do it. She said, I'm not supposed to give this to you until after service. But no, I'm not here. That's not the point. But I realize you got a lot going on. And how many realize the season that you're about to get into? A month away is going to be No Limits. You know what? No Limits starts right now. You guys are already there. I've got friends all around America. They're talking about it. We talk, we chat back and forth. Man, you going to No Limits? Yeah, we're going to No Limits. There are people all around the country that is excited, can't wait to get here, and you're probably like, man, we can't wait for it to be over. We're ready to get this thing behind us. And then you got, for what purpose? I mean, it never stops. There's always something. And you probably, you start feeling worn out and tired, and you're like, does it ever end? No, it never ends. There is no retreat. There is no backup. There is no quit. Somebody's got to lead, and it might as well be you. That's right. There's none better in the world than you to be the trendsetters and to be that person that's out there on that cutting edge and doing what it is that you do for the kingdom of God. Do we always get it right? No. There may be a time that we stumble or we make a mistake or we start a program that don't work out just right. But somebody's got to try. Somebody's got to push the envelope. Somebody's got to go there. And I love that about this church. I love how you react and how you respond and how quickly you rally to a need or to a cause. And I want to commend you. And Paul was talking about the church in Philippi, and he said, I thank God for you. Not only are you sent for the defense of the gospel, but you're also interested in investing in the kingdom of God. Bishop talked to us recently. A group of us ministers were together, and here we go. He's always starting stuff, and we, all of his people that follow, we all go home and parrot it, and we try to somehow live it. And the truth is, if you're just protecting what you have and not investing in what you have, it's out of balance. It's not gonna come to full and complete fruition. It's gonna be lacking. You have to have that balance between protecting what you have and investing in what you have. Amen. So, without getting bogged down in that, I thank God for the Rock Church here in Elk Grove. You guys are really amazing. When I came here, my wife and I came here, and I'm not going to say the first year. I was trying to think when it was. It was probably 08, 09, somewhere along there. I don't remember. I don't know if it was the first year I came. I remember Tony Spell on top of the... No, he was on the organ. He was on the Leslie. And everybody had their ties tied around their head. They had beautiful arrangements up here, and they got all tore apart. Yes. I don't know, that was around 9, 10, somewhere like that. And you see there's no arrangements up here tonight because they don't want you to tear them apart. But I think that was actually the second year. I think I'd come for just maybe one service or two, the No Limits before that. But that one, we were here for the whole thing. And my wife and I would go home every night, and we were like, wow, can you believe what we just experienced? Can you imagine? I remember walking onto the campus. I remember looking around at everything, and I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. Look at everything. Look at all the landscaping. Look at the signs. Look at the lighting. Look at this. Look at that. And we come in the building and into the foyer, and we're looking around. I'm entering into a coliseum. Like I'm paying money to go places like this. And I come in, and there are people that are greeting you, that are talking to you. No, these were you. These were you people. Y'all were greeting us and making us feel welcome. From the time we stepped foot on the property, we felt welcome here at the Rock Church. Don't ever stop that. Don't ever quit that. That's what makes you great. It's all about people. It's about reaching people that are there. And, I don't want to do lean. Well, that's the things that make you great. I don't know of any other church that's doing that. But it doesn't matter. You be the first one. I promise you there'll be other people that'll follow. Because I've been taking notes too. We're going to have link too. But somebody's got to know it. Somebody's got to start it. Somebody's got to do something. And you people are amazing. And I know you probably get so weary and so tired and get worn out. And you feel like nobody cares. And you know, you hear everybody files out, and you got to get in here and you vacuum and you clean up, and you have to clean the toilets, and you have to vacuum the floor, and you have to wipe the windows down, and they throw their trash in the parking lot, and you're like, man, what in the world, Pastor, they can have it, no limits, man, we should never have no limits again. This is a big waste of money. Let me tell you something. I am personally aware of a number of dynamic preachers, not people on the edge. I'm talking about men that are leading in the apostolic movement, that No Limits literally saved their life, saved their ministry, and in so doing saved churches, saved missions, saved so many things because of the effort of this local church. You are really amazing. Amen. I know Pastor John's been talking about being significant. You are significant. There is nobody quite like the Rock Church here in Elk Grove. And I want to continue on. We came and we were here and we felt welcome. We felt welcome by the staff, the hosts and the hostesses and everybody. I mean, can we do this for you? Can we do that for you? When you pay attention to the detail this church pays, it goes a long way with people. You will never be forgotten. After the first service, I was able to tell my wife, this is a church that I want to be connected with. You know what? It wasn't just the leadership. They're amazing. You know that. We've already said that. So we've talked about them. Now I'm talking about you. If I'd just seen them, it would have been good. But if you weren't doing what you're doing, all of theirs would have sounded kind of empty. But you guys make it real. You guys really put into action the things that they put in front of you. And I walked away so impressed. I thought, man, how in the world can you get this many people to work together on that kind of level? And the more I come around, it's not got less, it's got better. Sometimes you get closer, you get to some things, the worse you feel about it. The more you see it on the inside, that's smoke and mirrors. But you know, the closer I get here, the more I know you, and the more I'm involved in what's going on here. And I really do feel like I'm a part of this church. I mean, I don't even feel adopted anymore. There was one time I kind of felt adopted, but I think I got the DNA. Me and Bishop don't look much alike, but he's my dad. Oh Lord! But we were so amazed, and then when church was completed, and we were escorted to the back, and we had the hospitality suite back there. I've never seen anything like that. I never seen anything like the hospitality suite. It was so amazing that I was there, and there was preachers there, and there were their wives there, and there were people there, and you people were continuously replenishing it, and we were there, we were able to fellowship, and we were able, I'm going to tell you what you're doing. You are fueling the work of God. Whenever there's camaraderie between ministers, there's walls that come down. I had conversations with people in the hospitality room that I'd never had with before. All of a sudden, I find I'm getting people to come and preach to our church in Laurel. I'm meeting people. They're asking me to go and preach in their places. These things, you are facilitating not just what happens in Elk Grove. You're facilitating what happens in North America. Not only that, but now I'm meeting this person from this country, from this continent, that continent. And I'm making connections, and all of a sudden, I'm going to confess something that you probably won't even believe. But I didn't even have a passport the first time I showed up here. Didn't have a passport. You know what happened? These people, the same people that push you, started pushing us. If you're going to be a rocker, you got to get you a passport. What do I need a passport? We're going to Roatan. Where's Roatan? I didn't even know where Roatan was. I mean, before we even knew what was going on, we were packed up, we were headed overseas. I mean, I literally from March that year, we were off and going, and I'm going to tell you something. I love it. I would never change it. I don't ever want to do anything else. But I'm going to tell you, you people played an integral part in everything. If I would have got here, nobody welcomed me. Things were shabby. Things are not put together well. You know what I've done? I said, just another meeting. I've been to lots of meetings, but I've never been to a meeting that affected me like No Limits. Never. And I'm going to tell you one of the most effective things. It's not the preachers. I've heard every preacher that preaches at No Limits. I've heard them again and again and again. I've heard all of them. I'm not saying they're bad. They're amazing guys. They're great preachers. They're good friends of mine. And I love every one of them. I like to hear them. I like the teaching. I enjoy it so very much. But I'll tell you what, the catalyst that makes it all really work is this congregation.
You're right, Jesus. You're right.
You're very significant. Not just in what you're doing here, not just what's happening in the Sacramento Metro, but what is happening in California, what's happening in the western part of the United States, what's happening all across this nation, what's happening on every continent in the world. This church is having a direct influence in it. This church is world class, and this church is a world-changing force. You're changing the world. Me? You might feel insignificant, but you take it from my vantage point. I see this church. There is no other church that has any greater effect in the world than the Rock Church here in Oakland. And I so appreciate it. I just want to encourage you. You might think nobody's paying attention. Nobody's noticing. I promise you, there are thousands of people that come through this church, from No Limits to For What Purpose. Everything that you guys do. People come from the community. I've read the reviews. I haven't been to For What Purpose yet. It's a shame that I haven't done that. But it's always busy around Easter for all of us as pastors. It's difficult for us to get here for what purpose. But you know, it's an amazing thing how it affects the community. And there's a lot of work goes into it. I haven't seen everything, but just seeing the pictures and being here literally when No Limits closed down. I mean, I forgot my Bible here one time and I had to come back and get my Bible and everything was changed. I'm like, what is going on? The whole world is getting turned upside down. You people never quit. You never stop. You never get up. The Energizer Bunny ain't got nothing on you. Y'all make the Energizer Bunny look like it's sitting still. And I want to tell you how much you mean to the work of God. It is invaluable what the service that you do. So don't get weary. Don't be weary and well doing. You're going to reap a new season if you faint not. Don't stop. Don't quit. Brother Perez's story is just the first of many. All of you are starting to live that. I've seen so many things happen here for the last 8, 9, 10 years that I've been coming. I'm seeing people that started from where I remember. Is it okay to tell you a little bit about Brother Ryan Hammonds? A little bit? And I remember coming, I don't know, maybe the thing about the second year or so when we came, and they said, there's a guy that can make custom suits. And I'm like, well, if anybody needs a custom suit, I do. Because if I didn't have a face, you probably couldn't tell if I was coming or going. I mean, I'm about as tall as I am, wide, about as wide as I am tall. I mean, it's just, see, you don't need help. You need help. You can't get anything off the rack. Nothing fits. Nothing works. And so somebody said, you know, he's got this guy, and he's a drummer. I'm like, what does a drummer know about clothes? Just hold your breath. We come a long way, baby. But I remember in the little Honda Element, was it rust color or was it really rusty? and I remember him coming to the hotel and he had his little satchel and he came in and he started. But I've seen the hand of God on him and bless him. And I don't want to start calling names and going through the crowd, but that's just one that I had personal experience with. And I still got that suit. If you ever decide that you want to put something on in a museum display, I still got that first suit. I can't fit it, I promise you that, but I still got it. But I've seen God and the hand of God as it begins to work. I've seen it go throughout this entire congregation, and I've seen progress, and I've seen things happen. You know, when I first come, there wasn't Manifest, there wasn't Urban Reach, there wasn't any of this stuff that was going on, but it's happening because this church is in relentless pursuit of world-class effect in the world in which it lives. And you're doing it. Tired, weary, just this ministry right here, the deaf ministry. You don't know it, but I've got a little lady at my house that watches this not my house, but at our own local church. She's not deaf, but she wants to know how. We don't have any deaf people coming to our church, but that don't mean we don't have deaf people in our community. So she's sitting here, she's watching the broadcast. She wants to know. She comments on it all the time. I see it, and I read her comments. I love the ministry. I want to be a part of that ministry. There are people aspiring all around the world. Whenever they see you do what you do, that inspires them to do it, and in so doing, the work of God continues to grow and continues to develop and continues to become better and better and better because of the men and women that are sitting on these pews here tonight. We went back, and that was amazing. Then we went. I had never in my life, I'd heard about it. I thought it was a Hollywood thing. I didn't know it was a California thing. But somebody actually put a red carpet out. And the first time I was on, I was like, somebody get this. I don't do selfies for obvious reasons, but I'm like, somebody take our picture. We've never been on red carpet before. So somebody get my wife a nice picture. And guess what? There was cadets there to take our picture and to help us. And they took our picture, and we felt like rock stars. I mean, we'd never been treated like this before. I mean, we're used to wading through the mud and looking for a seat. You know, we never had anything like this. And people were helping us and caring about us and loving us if we didn't act like they were. And they brought us in, and they said, look, you don't have to take your car. We'll take it. And we drove over to the Wilson's home. How incredible is it that your bishop and his wonderful wife will open up their home for people they don't even know?
That's right.
They don't need that big house. Good Lord, they'd probably rather have a little small apartment somewhere. But you know why they keep it, why they keep maintaining it? It's not because of them. It's because they want to be a blessing to the kingdom of God, the work of God, the people of God, the things of God. Their home has literally become a meeting place for ministers and their wives and their families that have coalesced and have become partners and teams that are changing the world. That happened in their house. Never forget, Nanny, I'm sorry for being so personal. Never forget when I walked in there and I seen that prayer wall. I'd never seen anything like that. Sure had never been to Israel at that time. But they drug me off to Israel too, and I got to see the real one. But we went there and we prayed and we thought and we dreamed and we thought, you know what? If you people can do that here, we can do that in Mississippi. If there can be a vibrant, alive church that is affecting its world, it can happen in Laurel, Mississippi. And I'm going to tell you, what you people did, not just your leadership, but what you people did, it literally revolutionized a little church stuck back on the back road somewhere in the middle of nowhere that nobody would ever find probably. But God is one step at a time. Where we've came in the few short years that we've been here, I never thought I'd have a master's degree, but here I am. Good Lord. And you probably still don't believe I got it, but I got the grades to prove it. And I got teachers in here that seen that I actually got through it. So much has happened because of you people. Wilson University. The people that make it happen. You push it, you work for it, you accommodate it, you do all these things. And I know I'm all over the place, but I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for being the Rock Church. I want to thank you for being amazing. You are significant, and you are making a difference in incredible ways that you never thought you probably were. But I'm here to tell you, you are making a difference. Every single one of you are significant. Every one of you make a difference. Well, you know, it's Brother Young or Sister Young, or it's Bishop, or it's Bishop Young, or it's this, and you have incredible leaders. But I'm going to tell you, their credibility is directly tied to these people that are sitting around you right now. You make them credible. They couldn't do it without you. They don't want to do it without you. Now I'll tell you another part of this story. I've traveled with them at this point to far-flung places all over the world. We've had some good experiences. We've had some experiences. They've all been good. I mean, but some of them have been learning experiences. We've learned what not to do, and we've learned what to do. But everywhere I've ever been, you know what's always at the very center of who they are and what they are? This local church. Every time they climb on an airplane and they fly off to another continent somewhere, it's trying their best to help this church be effective around the world in which it lives. It's not about them. It's about spreading what you people have and love and share with the world. Don't give up. Don't quit. I thank God for the saints of the Rock Church. You are world-changing people. I know I come a lot of times. I come here and I'm pushing you, and I'm trying to stretch your vision. But I'm going to tell you what, you stretched mine. You made me believe. You've changed this little Mississippi country boy. I'm still a Mississippi country boy, and I'll always be a Mississippi country boy. You wouldn't want me to try to be something I'm not, would you? Nobody likes fake. And if I tried to be something inside the Mississippi country boy, it'd be fake. I am what I am. But I'm going to tell you what you have helped me do. You have helped me reach places that I never thought I could reach. You have been shining examples of what it's supposed to be like. I've been able to go home and I've been able to encourage my people. You can do this. They can do that. They did this. They done that. You know what? We can do that. Let's do it.
Right. That's good.
Routinely, my people log on to the broadcast and they watch and listen to hear. Music picks up songs that y'all sing. They see things that you do and how you do it. You're making a difference. Everything that you do, whether you're a hostess, a greeter, janitor, bus driver, I don't know, I should have been making notes a while ago, things that Brother Pastor Young was talking about, all that you do. Whatever you do, don't stop. And go one step. If you're not involved in this process, get involved in this process. Because you have a chance to make a big difference in somebody's life. There's people that are depending on you. There will be people that will show up in a month. They're going to do just like they're going to drive onto that parking lot for the first time. They're going to drive up there for the first time. And if you're not ready, willing, and able to present to them the same thing you presented to me, they could go away and say, you know what? It's just another conference. It's just another church. They're snooty. They think they're better than us. Who do they think they are? That's not what the treatment I got when I got here. And I don't believe that's the treatment they're going to get when they get here. They're going to find the same loving, warm, caring people. And you're going to make a difference in somebody's life. Okay? Now I want you to turn 2 or 3 people around you and say, you're doing a good job. Now if you know they're not, be not weary in well doing. You'll reap in due season if you faint not. To whom much is given, much is required. I could go on and on and preach more and more and more. But they've already paid me, so please let you go home. They're amazing. They pay you before you get the job done. All right, I love it. love you, and I'm excited about the future. And let's take it to another level. You think you got another level in you? I think you do. I think this church can go over another notch. I'm excited. I can't wait for it to get back to normal. But you know what? You people just keep just going and going and going and going and going. It's crazy. Amen. How do I end this? I don't even know how to end this. Sir? Can I dismiss? I ain't never done it. Oh, Nanny wants to say something. Nanny wants to say something. If Nanny wants to say something, Nanny can say something. Well, she's coming up here. I want to say something while she's up here. The other Sunday when I was preaching, it was a very unique experience. And she's always encouraged me. She has the ability to make everybody think they're the best, but I'm really the best. I'm really her favorite. Yep. Is this going out all over the country? Make sure you get it. I'm the favorite that's not from here. Let me just put it that way. I don't know that way. But when she came up and she put her arm around me while I was preaching, there was such a wonderful experience for me to know that, because she don't do that to nobody but Poppy and Brother Young. I don't think. Maybe Boston's got it. Boston got that experience yet? Not yet. He will. But here we go. When she came up and put her arm around me, I felt like, man, that was better than anything I know. And she's affected me, my family, and my wife. And this might be wrong terminology, but you'll get it. We idolize this lady because she's real. She loves God. She loves people. She leads, cries, prays. If I had a life and death situation and I had 2 or 3 phone calls, she would be one of those people I would call, because I know she knows how to pray. Amen. This is one of the reasons why this church is great, right here. Amen.
I am so touched by what he said about you people. I've been wanting to hear this for months. I have literally laid in my bed and said it to myself about you people, what he said to you publicly tonight. This is the greatest people. I'm watching right now. I didn't know Brother Wayne's back went out. It was probably from moving the pews. But I look around and I see all your people right now. And I see the hours and hours and hours that you are working on right now that no one else sees for no livings to happen. It's around the clock, and it's not just one, but it's all of you. And I see how you're getting alone, because it's pressure doing what you're doing to provide this. That's why a lot of churches don't do it. But I want to add to what Brother Rowley said. You are the greatest people on earth, and you do not get to hear it enough. And I pray that tonight you take this and know that from our heart, I'm looking around and there's not one person in here that does not deserve tonight to know that you are the greatest people. You're all leaders. Every one of you are leaders. I would like to start naming people, but I'm not, because it means all of you. But I'm so thankful, Brother Rowley, that you took the time to praise and thank my people. You are my people. You have my DNA in you. Is it Kaylee? Kaylee, would you stand for a moment? Kaylee, I heard some pounding in my house. I don't think you and I have shook hands maybe once and maybe said 3 words to each other. But I'm talking about what's going on right now. I was in my bedroom and I just heard some awful pounding, or I should say some good pounding. And I ran, because it was pretty severe. And I ran, and I think it was Josh or Lizzie, somebody. I kind of panicked. And I said, what's going on? What's going on out there? You may be seated. They said, oh, that's just Katie Fisher with a tool just putting up some electrical stuff for no limits. None of you in here knew that. I could go around and have every one of you to stand just like I did, Katie. It takes all of us. And we're not doing it for ourselves, but we're doing it for the Frankie and Jerry Rowleys. There's so many more people. The Doug Morgans. You know his story of coming in, him and his wife. Doug walking, thank you, Brother Young. Wanted to throw in the towel, but he walked through those doors, and an usher met him. And the rest is history. He's one of our speakers this year. So saints, don't get weary. Get along with each other. Push aside the little differences that you have, because it's not about who gets the glory. It's about Jesus Christ. We're doing this for Jesus Christ. We're doing this for souls. We're not doing it unto ourselves. Let's just worship the Lord right now. Jesus, bless these people. Jesus, bless these people. I want to pray. I want to say a prayer for you right now. You may be seated. I want to pray for this body in here tonight, every one of you. I'm going to pray with my eyes open. I'm going to pray looking at you. I'm going to pray that God gives you strength. I'm going to pray that God gives every one of you strength in this place. You've been missing your wife quite a bit, huh? Because she's been at my house nonstop, hasn't she? But I guarantee you haven't griped or complained. And those babies have been running around just scaring me to death. They'd fall in the swimming pool. Always been there nonstop. I mean, everybody. I just happened to walk over here, but it's everybody. I pray right now openly that God gives you, precious saints, strength. I pray strength into your body. I pray healing into your body. I pray your finances will become better than it's ever become. I just pray glorious things on you. I pray, God, help these people to become. Help these people to understand. Strength into your body. Strength into your body. She is carrying a load. Raise your hands right now. Strength into Annie's body right now, God, in the name of Jesus Christ. Let's raise our hands all over this place right now. Let's pray for each other right now. Oh, God, you are in this place. We need you, Jesus. We need you, Jesus. It's time for us to get along with each other. It's time for us to work together. Set aside our differences. Oh, it's about the kingdom of God. It's not about us. We could be doing other things. We're all in here together. I'm just looking around. I want to come around and hug every one of you. I just want to tell you how great you are. I love you, ma'am. I love you, son. I love you. Pray for you. You're precious. You're all precious to me. You're my kids. My God, have mercy. You're getting older. That means I'm getting younger. Debbie, Brother Crosser, we've been doing this for 100 years. You guys are just getting younger. Everybody, I could just walk from there to there and name every single one of you. There's nobody better than the other in this congregation. Do you hear me? There's nobody over anybody else. We are all equal. We are all equal in this place. Nobody's better than the other one. But we have each other. So you're great. You're awesome. You don't hear it enough. I apologize for that. I apologize, me, personally. I want to apologize that you don't hear it enough, how incredible you are. You're the best. I'm taking every single one of you to heaven with me. In your face, devil. In your face, devil. Daddy, raise your hands right now. Daddy, raise your hands right now. Something is happening to you right now. Raise your hands right now. In your face, devil. It's all over you, baby.